Alright guys, massive trigger warning, massive.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa. If you are new here, I need to do another video. And what we're going to be talking about today is the whole Brianna K situation. I have a lot of thoughts on it. I have not made a video yet because I just keep seeing everything going on, and I just kind of was trying to figure out how I'm going to get my point across and my actual thoughts on it, because I have a lot of mixed feelings here. And we're also going to talk about Radiant Britt. But I want to put a disclaimer. First disclaimer, this is my opinion. Opinions are not facts. I should have put that in my last video. These are just, allegedly, a theory, things that I've observed, stuff like that. Another one. I know it can be a little bit controversial to do videos on Radiant Britt for some reason. I have nothing against her personally. I just want to make that very, very clear. I have nothing against her personally. I know there was a beef going on, and whatever that was. This is when I make a video on her now. I know one of my other videos about her, some people, they didn't really like it. Some people loved it. It was, more of a ranting type video. But I'm really going to try to stick to the content, because no matter what I feel about Britt, what I have to say has to do with her content, not like she's this horrible, evil person. You know what I mean? So, the video I'm making today, anything mentioning her, this is about her content, the videos she's been putting out lately, and just, my opinion on it, which we all have a right to. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here and call her a bitch and stuff like that. It's just about the content. Now, do I have a tendency to get a little sassy? Always. I'm still me. I am still me, so I'm still going to have my attitude about things. That's just how I am. So, at a certain point, if you just don't like my personality, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. So, Brianna K, if you guys don't know, is a mommy vlogger. And she has almost 400,000. She hit it, and then she kind of went backwards. And she's had a lot of controversy lately, okay? And some of it, is dumb, in my opinion. And some of it, yeah, I can see why people are upset. So, let's talk about it. Okay, the first thing that I saw happen, which I didn't really cover because I didn't really see a need to, is she abruptly decided one day to pick up and move her family to Hawaii, or at least that's what it looked like. So, it looked like she was just picking up and leaving. She later explained that they kind of were planning this, and that answer wasn't good enough for people. Oh, why didn't you tell us? I understand that people put their life on the internet, but no matter how much they share with you, in my opinion, they still have a right to decide when not to share. You know what I mean? She didn't have to tell people why she's moving. And then I heard, some people say, oh, it's not relatable. Hold on, my husband's calling me. Okay, I don't know where that left off, because my husband was calling me, and I gotta answer the hubby's phone call. He's picking this pregnant lady up some donuts and some cold brew iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. He's the best. Love it. Okay, so what I was saying was, her first controversy was she moved to Hawaii abruptly. Everybody wanted to know why, and they feel like she was lying. They feel like she is lying about going there or why, and then there was which I don't agree with the speculation about why her husband was going, and if he had a drug problem, and people were thinking a pill addiction. And I do give that to Radiant Britt. I will give her credit for that, where she doesn't get into people's addictions or like, she doesn't comment on that. Like, she stays away from that. She's like, I can't tell if anybody's doing drugs or not. Like, so I actually really respect that because, you know, nobody would want their husband being, like, talked about like that. You know what I mean? No matter who you are. If that's your family, and nobody has a right to comment on if your husband has a problem or why. Like, you know what I mean? But what I don't agree with is why anybody cares why she moved to Hawaii. I understand that it looks shady, but it's none of anybody's business. And if she lied about why they moved, then that's her choice because she kept getting asked. Maybe she felt pressure. I think instead of lying, it would have been better for her to be like, listen, guys, I'm not telling you. It's a personal family reason why we moved, and you need to respect my privacy. Like, that's it. But I feel like where it went wrong was she started coming up with all these weird, like, reasons, and then it seemed shady. So then everybody was just so suspicious of every aspect of this Hawaii move, when I really feel like people should have dropped it. You know what I mean? Like, you could really tell that she just was not really wanting to get into all the reasons, and people just wouldn't let it go. And I feel like video after video after video was made about why she's moving. Is she buying a house? She can't afford a house. She doesn't make enough money. Like, this is not realistic. Well, you know, Radiant Britt, Dad podcast, YouTuber headlines, like, everybody's obsessed with this Hawaii move for some reason. When I feel like out of all the things on YouTube that we're going on and that we're talking about right now, like, that doesn't seem very important to me. But whatever. Everybody has their opinion. You can make content on whatever you want. I have a right to make content on Britt. Britt has a right to make, 50 videos on Brianna K. Is it 100 or 50? I'm not sure. But, people are obsessed if they make 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 videos on her. It's so crazy to me. The hypocrisy that I see sometimes. I will see people say, you're obsessed with Britt. Like, you're making 50 videos about her, but she can make as many videos as she wants about somebody else. It's just like, keep the same energy. You know what I mean? Like Bambi says, keep the same energy. If I can make 10 videos on Britt, Britt can make as many videos as she wants on Katie Joy or on Brianna K, then people can make it on her. Plain and simple. They're not obsessed. They're not a stalker. They're not stalking her social media because she's a content creator. She has 11,000 subscribers. That is not a number to, she's such a small channel. Why bother? Which, that's not an argument either, but I'm just saying, like, she has a good-sized channel. She has a lot of content, and she's a very strong, opinionated woman. So, therefore, other opinionated people are going to comment on her videos. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that people want to keep it respectful, keep it, not get too nasty. Totally understand that. So, we'll stick to the content. Okay, so what ended up happening was everybody was so convinced that Brianna K was didn't make enough money. There was no way she was buying this house. She was going to end up moving back to Ohio. And she was going to lie. And everybody's like, watch. Radiant Britt made a video. Watch. I know this is going to happen. And blah, blah. And she's just freaking predicting the future over here. Saying that she knows Brianna K cannot afford this house. There's no way. When I've seen other YouTubers buy multiple houses and have before, they buy houses for their parents and stuff, I think we underestimate how much money these YouTubers actually make. Because yes, I've looked on Social Blade, I'm like, well, they don't really make that much on Social Blade. Maybe they make a lot more than we thought. Maybe it's not that accurate. You know what I mean? Maybe they make way more than we thought on affiliate links and on sponsored videos and sponsored Instagram posts. You know what I mean? These people are making big, big bucks. So, anyways, I thought that was stupid. I didn't really do a video on it. I was like, there's other stuff I can talk about. And, you know what I mean? So I kind of let it go. Well, then this whole thing happened. This whole drama blew up with Brianna K, and she opened a Patreon. Now, this is super controversial. Everybody's gonna have their opinion on it. Like, is she monetizing mental health? Is she what? You know what I mean? So, anyways, actually, let me back up a little bit. So everybody was so sure. Then all of a sudden, she buys a house in Hawaii. Hold on, for a second again. My husband's so cute. He's like, I got a box of donuts. I want to see which one Juliana picks out. I'm going to see if I can put a little clip in here. Maybe I'll add it in of her, like, he wanted to, like, we want to see which donut she picks out. Like, he got a whole variety of them. Okay, so she ended up buying a house. Like, even I will say, I was, like, speculating, like, can she? Her social status, maybe? Like, how's she going to afford it? Psh. Girl, everybody was wrong, and she literally smacked everybody in the face with the house she bought. And even then, a 100 square foot house gonna fit with her mommy vlogger lifestyle. Like, I just feel like she's super salty, and I don't understand why. And I'm getting this feeling that because she was wrong, so I feel like because she was wrong about Brianna K moving, and she kind of admitted that, and she says that she'll correct herself whenever she's wrong. But the way she did it, she was like, yeah, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. Like, she bought the house, but, however, then she goes into, well, people thought she was lying in the first place, and that's the real problem here. No, you shouldn't be pointing out somebody else's issue when you are fessing up and correcting yourself for doing something wrong. That's just my opinion. Like, you're following up your mistake that you made, or I wouldn't even call it a mistake. Like, you made a speculation, which we all do, and it turned out to be wrong. Like, big whoop. Like, it's all going to happen to us. We've all been wrong before. Just correct it and move on. But I feel like she had to follow up correcting herself with putting Brianna down and saying that her viewers don't trust her and that was the real problem. I mean, like, I just think I don't agree with that. Just admit, say you got the info, your speculation was wrong, and move on. You don't have to, like, follow, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay, so then, now this is my opinion, okay? She has made so many videos about Brianna K. She wouldn't let this moving thing go. I feel like she was not going to stop until she proved right. Like, she does not, I feel like she kind of didn't want to be wrong about this person. So she was determined to make videos and find something wrong. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's been leading up to all these videos about Brianna K. and all the extra outrage that I feel like she's been having. I feel like she set her focus on Brianna K. and she's not going to stop until she's right about something. Like, she's not going to stop until she proves to everybody that Brianna K. is this horrible person like she's been saying she is. Like, Brianna K. decides, she puts a video up saying that she's moving back to Hawaii. I thought it was hilarious because when I watched the video, it was definitely like a clickbaity type of thing, but in my opinion, I felt like she was trolling people because by her putting that in the title, she was kind of like, haha, bitches, like, I bought a house, we're staying here, you were all wrong. Like, to me, that's what she was saying, and I actually thought that was, like, hilarious. And everybody was, like, so offended by it because she did a clickbait title. Everybody does those sometimes. Everybody wants to do a catchy title. She was trolling you guys. She was trolling your asses because everybody was so sure and convinced that she was moving back to Ohio and she wasn't buying a house and she was lying. So to me, I feel like that title and saying, you know, we're going to go back here for family, like we're staying, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. She was definitely trolling a little bit and kind of being like an F you to people. That was kind of like a middle finger to all the people who kept saying that she was lying and moving back to Ohio. I thought it was great. I really did. So maybe I'm the only one, but I thought it was great. YouTuber Headlines made a whole post. YouTuber Headlines is another one I don't understand lately. Like, I usually love her content, and lately I feel like she is going in a direction that I'm just not a fan of. She's usually really calm and fair. But lately I feel like she's going overboard. I don't know. I don't know if she's trying to just go to extremes to grow her channel or not. I don't know. I have to like watch more, but I'm not really loving what I'm seeing lately. And she did a whole post. Oh, you guys, just so you know, her video is clickbait. Like, don't go watch it. It's clickbait, or I'll tell you about it. You don't need to go watch it. It's just, I don't understand, like, why you guys have so much hatred for this woman. Do you want a donut? Which one do you want?
Oh, you like the sprinkle?
Oh, the pink one? Yummy!
Is that yummies? Ah, you gonna share? Ah.
You gonna eat it? No, that one's gonna be next. I got my coffee and my donuts. Taking a break. The pregnant lady needs to eat. So good. Nothing better than iced coffee and donuts for a pregnant lady. Okay. After that, more stuff came out. Brianna K decides to open a Patreon. And like Patreon's this website where I guess people pay to get like more content from you. And everybody was up in arms in it because she made this Patreon to like promote a mental health kind of thing. She's like, oh, everybody can she was like distracting. It's so hard to talk. I feel like people are looking at me. Okay. Or my husband was over there dancing. He's so funny. So, tons of YouTubers have Patreon, right? Like, what was the big deal? Why has everybody got their panties in a bunch over this one? Well, she opened this Patreon saying it was for, like, this whole mental health group. Where people can share about their mental health and, like, share stories with each other, but you have to pay her to do it. So a lot of people felt like, well, she's having us pay, you know, to listen to her mental health stories. So people turned it into, well, she's monetizing mental health. Well, first of all, nobody has to pay for that. Apparently one of the tiers was like $50. I'm sorry. Who in their right mind would pay $50 to watch another YouTuber make some extra videos about their mental health? I don't understand why anybody would buy that in the first place, but that is people's choice to buy it. She's not scamming people. Her audience are grown adults, and if they choose that they want to be a part of this dumb mental health group, like, that's their choice. You know what I mean? She's not, like, scamming people and monetizing mental health. Like, I feel like that's so extreme. Everything is just taken to the extreme. You don't have to buy it. So, what, I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. Do I think it was the smartest decision based on all the stuff going on and how people are already, like, side-eyeing her? I really don't think it was the smartest decision, in my opinion, because people, like, are looking for anything right now to cancel her. So why she would come out with this expensive Patreon talking about her eating disorder and whatever, I don't know, but I have a sneaking suspicion that she's getting all this advice from this new business person. Ever since she said she has this new business coach, she's, like, doing all this stuff and, like, whatever they're telling her to do, and people are just not here for it. They're not liking it. And you have to remember with these business coaches who supposedly know everything, like, so she's paying this business coach thousands of dollars to give her advice, and every time she's done something, people are pissed and don't like it. Like, who is this business coach? I would be mad at her. Like, I'm paying you all this money and you can't even give me some solid advice over here? Obviously, this business coach is not thinking about, like, her audience. Her business coach is giving her advice on business decisions, like, oh, you're going to make, you know, if you open this, you'll make this much money. If you open that, you'll make this much money, and you should do this. But obviously, whoever this person is not taking into account her audience and what her audience might like, and if this is good for her, like, in the future for her whole brand and channel. So I feel like she was doing pretty well until whoever this freaking dumb business coach was that keeps deciding to tell her to do all this stuff. Like, it's not working. First of all, I think Brianna K needs to start off firing the business coach and just going back to herself. You're running a YouTube channel. You don't need a business coach. That's stupid. I can only imagine how much this lady is charging her. So she monetizes her mental health or whatever. Now, okay, then, so what I think she wanted to do was, she said it was a safe place to talk about her mental issues and whatnot. I think she figured that because people had to pay to get in, that it was less likely to have trolls and have haters in there. Because, you know what I mean? Like, who's going to want to pay $50 to come in there and troll you? Maybe there's some people, but I think she was trying to weed out people who aren't supportive of her. So that's why she kind of did it that way. And another channel I was watching, like, made the point, well, she could have opened a Discord. She could have opened a Facebook group. And yeah, but I guess she figured, I don't know, I guess she would make money at the same time. I don't really know. I'm trying to figure out what went through her mind for her to think that this was a good idea. Because I honestly don't think it was a good idea. So don't get me wrong when I say, like, people can pay for what they want and whatever. Like, I think it was stupid based on people were already suspicious of her and saying that she's just doing money grabs and she's just doing this for money and she doesn't care about her viewers. The last thing that I would have done is open this Patreon like this about mental health. So that's bad enough. People are pissed about that. And so now what? Well, she has somebody in this group, I guess, like sharing their story, and she's sharing her story, and she ends up saying and coming out with that she has an eating disorder, and she's like been afraid to talk about it and actually say eating disorder for so long. Okay, so I haven't seen the video, and I don't understand who has seen this video. Like, Radiant Britt was talking about this, Dad Challenge, I think, like, YouTuber headlines. Did you guys actually see this video is what I want to know. Who saw the video? You guys haven't presented it to the audience, so we're just supposed to believe you that this is what was said in there, or that's what I'm not understanding. So apparently in this video she said, she compared her eating disorder to, say, somebody who has an alcohol problem, and they're like, well, if you have an alcohol problem, you're not going to put alcohol in the house. But when you have an eating disorder, there has to be food in the house. Like, you can't get away from what your problem is. Like, you have to have food in the house. You have to deal with food. And everybody just lost it. Like, people, did she word that? Yes, I understand why people are mad, but I think she was trying to say, like, she's struggling because she still had to deal with food. Like, if you're a drug addict, you don't have to have drugs sitting in your cabinet. Like, I feel like that was kind of what her analogy was, but it just came out totally wrong. Now, I didn't see the video, though, so how am I going to say that she said it wrong? You know what I mean? Like, we're just hearing a paraphrased version of exactly what she said. So please tell me in the comments, like, if anybody has actually seen this video with their own eyes and knows exactly how she worded it, because it makes a difference to me. It really does. And one of the things I was getting annoyed with Britt was she did a video, okay, about one of Brianna K's Patreon. So after Brianna K allegedly made this video stating, you know, about the eating disorder and the alcohol, one of her subscribers who also paid for her Patreon apparently got really upset about this because they had an alcohol problem, and they, I guess, left a comment stating that, you know, I can't believe you compared this like really affected me, and she was really upset about Brianna. I just want to throw in here that I have personal experience with addiction and mental health issues. I've suffered with social anxiety and anxiety my entire life and other things, so I am not just somebody talking, saying like, oh, who cares, blah blah blah. I've actually experienced it, and I am talking as someone who has dealt with both of these things pretty bad my entire life, pretty much. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Brianna K using the comparison with the eating disorder, and she felt like this person felt like Brianna K was minimizing her addiction and making it seem like Brianna K's was way more important than anybody else's. I don't think that's what she was trying to do, in my opinion. Do I think she kind of put her foot in her mouth and, you know, kind of said it wrong? Yeah, but I don't really think she was telling people their addictions don't matter and hers is the only one that's important. I don't know where they're getting that from. So, now let's bring in Radiant Britt, okay? So Radiant Britt does this whole video, okay, saying this person emailed her, told her this story, she saw the comment, and so first of all, Britt does not show the video, hasn't seen the video. I tried to watch it again. I didn't see anywhere where Britt said she saw this video, but if I'm wrong, I will correct that. Then she says she saw the comment that this person made, but didn't show the comment. She showed other comments of people praising Brianna, but she didn't show this person's comment. YouTuber headlines also didn't show this person's comment. Nobody is showing what the comment actually was, and she got kicked out of Patreon. She got kicked out, and everybody's like raging over it because she got kicked out for bullying. Now, maybe she claims that her comment was kind and heartfelt and she wasn't being rude at all. And Britt claims that too. And Britt literally tells her audience, I'm not going to show you the comment, but just trust me. I 100% have seen it and it was not rude, blah, blah, blah. What? Wait a minute. So somebody who's all about dealing with facts, right, is telling the audience, just trust her, she's seen it. You guys don't need to read the comment. You don't need to see for yourself. Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you it wasn't rude and it wasn't bullying. How anybody doesn't have a problem with that is beyond me. You're not going to sit here and tell me that you don't think the comment was rude, we don't need to see it, and then go on like this is all about facts. No, sorry. Not cool. You can't tell people to just 100% trust you and believe you. Like what? You're just the most credible person on YouTube because you say that you're honest and everybody else is, you know, snakes and just money grabbing, and you're just, you know, the most honest, unbiased, perfect person in the planet, right? People still need to see the comment and decide from themselves whether or not it was rude enough to be kicked out of her Patreon. Now, the video. You aren't supposed to share, like, videos that you pay for on Patreon, I believe. So who is this person? I also want to know. Who is this person? Is she sending the video out to multiple YouTubers? Britt claims this person emailed her about the situation. Okay, well, how did YouTuber Headlines and Dad Challenge podcast, is this person emailing them too? If she's such this ride or die supporter of Brianna, and then what? Brianna kicks her out for breaking rules, apparently. So she's going to go run to Britt and give Britt stuff that's on the Patreon, show her the comment, so Britt makes a video on it bashing Brianna K. what kind of supporter does that? So that makes me wonder who this person is, and did they join the Patreon to actually be a supporter? So, I don't know. Now, it could possibly be. It could be Brianna K's a bully, and she did wrong, but I haven't seen the comment. So, my whole point of that is, how am I supposed to make my own informed decision on whether or not that comment should have been, ban-worthy on Patreon if nobody has seen it? So everybody's just going to keep going with this narrative and make all this outrage and snowball into this huge thing when most people most likely have not even seen this comment. They don't know who this person is. It's like, so what? We're just going to follow Britt and YouTuber headlines and Dad Challenge and follow these people and just believe them that whoever did this comment was being genuine. The comment wasn't bad. Brianna K was in the wrong. That's what's not sitting well with me. And I don't feel like Radiant Britt should be making a whole video around something that she's not even going to share with her own subscribers or even willing to show it. At least if it was out there in the open, she could direct people, hey, go look at this comment. I think it was, crap that she got kicked out just for this comment. And Brianna, you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't sit well with me. Now it's getting long, so we got to move on. Moving on. Then, Brianna K gets so much backlash. She gets so much backlash for this that I guess she said she's going to donate the money. She changes the tier, to have a $1 tier. She makes some changes. She said she's new to Patreon. She wasn't really sure how she should go about it. Is that good enough for people? Of course not, because guess what? In cancel culture, nothing is good enough. You can say sorry. You can change it. It's never good enough for people. Once people are raging on you, no matter what you do, isn't good enough. YouTuber headlines, don't donate to her. You could donate to charity yourself. You know what I mean? It's just what do you guys want her to do? She made a bad business decision. You know what I mean? She probably got bad advice from her business coach on to open this Patreon and do all this. It was a bad decision. We all know that. She messed up. And did she handle it the best? Probably not, but how do you handle that stuff? Not everybody is good at handling these negative situations. So then, I'm sure she could have handled it better. I'm sure she could have worded her video better. You know what I mean? But people do not let up. Even after that, even after that, when she makes all these changes, people are not happy. Oh, well, we shouldn't have had to call you out in order for you to do this and this. Okay, what do you want her to do? Do you want her to delete her channel and, run off the internet crying? Is that what you guys are trying to do? Can she not just get a break? It's ridiculous. So then Radiant Britt, that's not good enough for Miss Self-Righteous Britt over here, who's, Miss All High and Mighty, does nothing wrong. She has the most integrity on the entire internet. That's not good enough for her. So she's sitting there with her smug look on her face. Oh, yeah, she did this, and YouTuber call-outs really work because look what happened. And she got called out, and she had to fix it. So snotty and smug. She's almost happy that Brianna K had to, take down her Patreon and, she's losing out. She is the most salty person I've ever seen sometimes. It's she doesn't want anybody doing well. That's how I feel sometimes, how she comes off. She has this vendetta against Brianna K, and, she was determined to not stop until Brianna K, lost her Patreon and was, crying online or something. I don't know. So she said, what do you think Brianna's doing? Instead of addressing her subscribers that she cares so much about, you should have seen her face in this video. She was so angry. She was about to, literally blow. Her head looked like it was about to explode. So she puts... oh, I need to get some coffee for this. She puts up on the screen Brianna K having a blast at her friend's wedding and, going out to eat, taking pictures. Brianna K decides to go on her vacation. Well, no. Britt is pissed. That is unacceptable. If the internet is mad at you, you are not allowed to go on vacation and post it on social media. No. You can't post your vacation. You can't do anything. If the internet is mad at you, you have to go cry and, you know, apologize 500 times, make a video, be miserable, and let it ruin your life. Because that's the only way that she's going to be happy. But no, because she decided to take a break, which I don't blame her. She's getting all this backlash on the internet. She made a bad business decision. She's probably going to lose money. And she probably was like, you know what? I have this wedding planned. I'm just going to forget about all this stuff going on the internet and my YouTube channel. It's really starting to affect me. I'm just going to go have fun, go on vacation, that I had this wedding planned for months and months and months, you know, and have a good time and forget about this whole mess and deal with it when I come back. What is wrong with that? Anybody would want to do that. You know what I mean? If she wasn't ready to deal with it, you can't force her to make a statement the way you want her to make it. And if she doesn't do it that way, she's trash, she's crap, everybody needs to unsubscribe. It's just stupid. Like, I'm so sick of people, like, doing that crap. Cut people some slack. And then YouTuber headlines is in the comments going, oh, like, so excited. She was thrilled that Brianna K lost 1,000 subscribers. Like, talk about salty hate, and why are you happy that this woman's losing subscribers? Like, does that make you feel accomplished? Like, do you feel like you know, you saved those 1,000 people from being subscribed to somebody? Give me a break. It's too much. I'm sorry, it's too much. And I usually like YouTuber headlines, but lately she's just been doing some weird, she's been acting weird, man. Who would be putting 10 exclamation points that 1,000 subscribers unsubscribed from somebody because they messed up? Like, that's the stupid crap with everybody's canceled, nobody can have a chance. Even if she changes and takes away the Patreon, it's not good enough. Unless she gets on camera and cries, but then if she does that, people are going to be like, oh, it's all fake. You can't please anybody. No matter what she would have done in this situation, people would have been mad. So I can totally understand why she was like, you know what? F all of this. I'm going on vacation. I'll see you bitches when I get back, and I'll decide when I'm going to respond to it. I don't blame her, because all of these people like you guys cannot be pleased with anything that she does. Right now, everybody hates her. So no matter how she responds, okay, people are going to be salty about it. So, I've been going on for too long. That was way longer than I wanted it to be. But a lot happened, and this is the first time making a video on this. So, please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm sure there's going to be half of you disagreeing with me. Again, I just want to make it clear, I do not hate anybody. I don't hate Britt. You know what I mean? I think she has good intentions a lot of the time. She has very strong opinions on things, and that's fine. Okay? I'm just an animated person. I like to joke. I'm sassy. I don't hate YouTuber headlines. I think it's stupid that I have to, like, say this, but yeah, okay? I don't hate anybody, as usual, but that's okay. Let me know your opinion. Do you think people are going overboard with this? Like, tell me what you think. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.